Hello friends, my name is Dr.Huma Hassan and this is the second lecture on the topic What is Sociology? Part 2. So our topic is What is Sociology? Yesterday I have explained and gave a valid lecture and I have tried to explain to my followers and my aspirants importance of sociological vocabularies. So when we know that in sociology, we try to understand our society, social phenomenon, social life with respect to scientific investigations. We must further elaborate this point that what sociology brings to us, how sociology is very different from ordinary thought process. Because we know that humans are highest product of evolution. Okay, so we are highest product of evolution. We know that we are intelligent being. So everyone has this capacity to observe, to predict and to make theories. So what is sociology is contributing to us? What is sociology is giving to us? Sociology is bringing sociological thought. In coming lectures, I am going to explain that how you need to write your answers with respect to modernity. What is modernity? For a common man, modernity means technological advancement, science, discoveries, machineries. But for us, modernity is not limited to such discoveries. For us, modernity is bringing a paradigm shift. Modernity has brought changes rapidly that it has changed and it has, you can say, it has brought fundamental changes in existing social order at that point of time. So in the 18th, 19th century, when modernity, you can say, emerged, it brought large-scale production. It brought large-scale production and earlier societies were defined by small-scale production. So these economical institutions were interconnected with other social institutions. How we can define it in a scientific sociological manner? So sociology needs to be analyzed and we need to write in sociological concepts only. You must have seen many questions that how modernity led to the emergence of sociology. So we know that emergence of sociology is, you can say, is basically a reflection of social thinkers. How you are going to define that? So today I am going to explain a sociological concept, that is sociological thought. So what is sociological thought? What is social thought? So you can always frame your answer, sociology led to social thought. And this social thought led to the emergence of sociology. So what is social thought? A social thought, you can say, is a philosophical and intellectual ideas of a persons regarding to a particular time, place, and about the growth and development and decay of human societies. What you have to understand here, it's a philosophical and intellectual ideas. So the last year, UPSC, I believe last year, I think in 2021. In 2021, UPSC asked this question that modernity emerged in Europe and only in Europe, like that. Some questions was that. So how you have to talk about? So we know that sociology emerged in Europe only. And the thinkers, the classical thinkers were Europeans. It is a Western, so it's a Western, you can say, thinkers. whether functionalist perspective, conflict perspective, or interactionist perspective. Okay, so it's intellectual ideas. Intellectual ideas mean, for example, Karl Marx is intellectual, Emile Durkheim, Max Weber, George Simmel. Okay, so they are intellectual, so their ideas to a particular time. So we are dealing here, if we are dealing with modernity, what modernity sociological thought, so we are dealing with 18th, 19th century, and the place is Europe. So development, and say it's a place that is Europe. Okay, and it says decay of human societies, so that is decay of feudal order. Okay, so social thought is the current social thinking about the structure. What is structure? Society. And structure consists of social institutions like marriage, family, kinship, religion, economy, polity. These all are social institutions which exist in structure, and these subsystems as defined by Talcott Parsons have some specific role to perform. So they have specific functions of a social system. So this is a social thought. What can be the definition of social thought? So social thought is an idea, concept, or a set of concepts about social problems and its possible solutions in a social situation. So classical sociologists classical sociologists have come up with three different paradigms: conflict, functionalism, and interactionist. So, first of all, in sociology, we have functional approach. It is a positivism. It is being given to us by Saint-Simon, Auguste Comte, right? But here, functionalism perspective is, you can say it is sociologically given to us by Emile Durkheim, who is being also considered as founding father of departments of sociology, like the foundational academic disciplines is being given to us by Emile Durkheim, who was French. And then conflict perspective, although there is a huge debate whether Karl Marx was a sociologist or not, but we have very important perspective, conflict perspective by Karl Marx. And then interactionist, which says that sociology is a comprehensive science of social action. Okay, so Max Weber. So now we can say what was happening in 18th and 19th century. In 18th and 19th century, the old structure was replaced rapidly actually by new social structure which was a byproduct of modernity. So some sections could cope up with currents of modernity, some could not, but there was a chaos. Older political structure was no longer meaningful. That means that monarch system, hereditary leadership is now challenged for the very first time by common masses. French Revolution gives you ample of such developments. You know that how during French Revolution the third state revolted against first state, monarchs against kings. So their authority was being challenged. Authority is again a concept, power and authority given to us by Max Weber. Alright, so we have got political changes, and not only this. We have also got gender sensitive conversation. During French Revolution only, one section of females did ask why the Declaration of Rights of Men and why not the rights and declaration of men and women. So this was a development which was happening for the very first time. Then there was a change again in religion institutions. So religious people, dogmatic people lost their relevance, lost their power. Now, church, or in the context of Indian society, Brahmins have no longer have got authority. So traditional authority, as again from the words of Max Weber, is being challenged and replaced. So religion too lost its relevance in determining political and social order. And people were becoming more and more rational and secular. So there was a fundamental changes. So some sections could cope up and some sections could not cope up. So there was a chaos. Social order was disturbed, and that always disturbed philosophical mindsets. Social thought represent what? It represents ideas, intellectual ideas, philosophies of intellectual people, philosophers. And the responsibility of philosopher is to maintain social stability, social solidarity in society, whatsoever the time we are living in. Okay, so that got disturbed in 18th-19th century. So you can say, whensoever social problem get disturbed, social order get, whensoever social order get disturbed, social problem arises, so social problems arises, then we thinkers on the basis of morality, we try to have solutions. So these thinkers, Karl Marx, Immanuel Durkheim, Max Weber, was trying to use their own specific paradigm to have, you can say, solutions to social situation. And that time, what was our social situation? Industrialization. Industrialization, then urbanization. So this industrialization, urbanization was followed by Enlightenment, and Enlightenment was followed by Renaissance. So you can say how modernity came. So Renaissance and Enlightenment. Okay. So let's just say Renaissance was talking about social justice. Enlightenment talking about science, reasons. So if Renaissance and Enlightenment was talking about social justice, rationality, science, then industrialization and urbanization. So then industrialization and urbanization was talking about progress and development. Okay, so you can understand in that manner. So in past as well as in the present, social system, social thought is a rule of a thought or thinking about social questions and related answer by some person. So what is the nature of social thought? So Aristotle says that man is a social animal, because men wish to live in a society. Men living is the society is affected by others and other affects him. So you should know when it is say that Aristotle defined human as social animal. So anthropologists also consider Aristotle as a founding father of anthropology, because in anthropology Aristotle says that anthropology is like a gossiper who always talks about men. Further, Immanuel Kant in his book Anthropology had defined anthropology, in which it talks about that how the origin of animals, then how these animals brings their social and cultural development. Okay, so you can say roughly that sociology talks about society, culture, and anthropology as earlier discipline have told very important information that we have evolved from animals. We have animal instincts. It is only because of our ability to create social cultural norms. It is only about our ability to create society. We can say that human loves to live in a society, but we have evolved from animals only. So Aristotle also have given us a very important information that man is a social animal, but we are an animal. Okay, so men living is a society is affected, I have explained. So now we can see these individuals together develops their own opinions, thinking, ideas, imagination, attitudes, aspirations, and look towards society. So these ideas are molded in a scientific and systematic manner. So the ideas which we talk and which we understand, it is molded in a scientific manner. So in social thoughts, firstly, an individual is thinking about the past and the present social problems. Secondly, the body of thought is developed in systematic manner from the earliest type up to the development of sociological theory. So social thought leads to the sociological theory, or we can say to emergence of sociology. So social thought and sociological theory has close relationship. So importance of social thought. So social thought, you can say, यहाँ पे you can see these 4 lines. So social thought is very important in digging out of social problems. It is important to draw a scientific theory about a social problem. Social thought represents a particular place in a society or culture, and it is related to the social environment. Social thought is related to the law of cause and effect relationship. So with your understanding on social thought, you can always show your creativity to explain the emergence of sociology in connection with modernity. I hope you like my video. If you have liked my video and if you think that it has contributed a little bit to your understanding, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button for further notification. Thank you so very much.